started here.
Hmm?
Tell me how you started this.
That's what I was going to say. In 1988, I built Santa Claus playing the organ and had him sitting on the front porch.
Uh-huh.
And I had that way for 2 or 3 years, and then I decided to start this thing up. That was 22 years ago, so we're 23. And each year I tried to change it, but couldn't change it too much after it got started.
But then did you like add pieces each year? Or did you do it all at once?
First year I had 6, I think it was.
You say what, the first year?
The first year was 6 elves. And I don't know what year it was. It must have been about 92, 93. And then I took one of them, tore it apart and used them as a pattern and built 7 more. I can't remember.
Do you remember any funny stories about the kids or the parents?
Yeah, I had one woman come in here, and she'd come in here every other night, or sometimes every night. And the kids was with her in pajamas. And I said, "You're getting ready for bed?" She said, "Yep." She said, "They won't go to bed until they come down here first." I thought, boy, that was pretty good. They was here darn near every night. I don't know who it was or you know, where they lived. You had to be here in town. But
that's pretty good.
it is.
What was that story you were telling me about where the little kid came and like went right and they just go right up to the bubble lake bubble?
They stand here, try to catch the bubbles as they're coming out. So that's the reason I used to have it right out in front here, but they crawled right up here and knocked this thing over once in a while. So I moved it back so they can't get in there to it. Yeah, when I made that bubble girl, it took me 2 or 3 weeks to get it working right. And I finally got it. About 3 or 4 years. I used to have a cable run over the house. And I had Santa Claus and all these reindeer on that cable. They'd make a trip once a minute and fly over the house.
Your whole house?
Yeah, it flew right over the house and then back down to the backyard, and that's where I parked them at night or afterwards during the day. But once a minute, it was timed just about that right. You just right over the house. Missed the house about that far.
Did you ever have somebody out front go, ah, and scream when he about hit the house?
Well, they'd stand out in front and wait on it. He would stand right out there on the driveway and wait for it to come.
Aww.
Because once it went around that pole over here, the back side of it was painted black. You couldn't see nothing. It just disappeared. And pretty soon here, they'd come up over the house again.
That's pretty cool.
Yep, but about the 3rd or 4th year, it fell down 3 or 4 times. The last year I put it up. I said, that's enough of that. You can go out there in 0 weather and put that thing back up.
Now, do you remember some of the kids coming and then bringing their own kids later?
Oh, the last, well, it'd have to be about 5 years ago. Was the first one I done it. They'd come in and they'd say, well, we used to come here when we was little. And here they were coming and bringing their kids. And I didn't know what to say for a while. It makes you feel kind of old.
Anybody bring their grandkids?
Yeah, that's all we need now. Well, I had a woman tell me, a nurse at the hospital told me the other day. She says, I used to bring my little girl down there. Now she says I got to bring my grandkids down. And I thought, well, I guess time flies. Gee.
How long does it take you to set this up?
used to be able to set it up in about 15, 16 hours. But this year I've spent, oh geez, it's 3-4 weeks. Just, you know, 2-3 hours a day because I wear out too. And I go in and sit down for a couple hours and maybe I can back out and do a little more and forget about it till the next day. But I know I told you a year ago that if I could do it this year, I would. I was going to do it last year, and then I ended up in the hospital.
Did you have people come by anyway looking?
Oh, yeah, there was people went by, but not. I had the sign out. I took the sign in, and when the sign's not out, well, they just drive right on by. I hated it, and I had to do it.
You ever think about donating it to somebody so they could, like,
well, I got
around town somewhere?
If I ever give it up.
Really? Somebody that would put it up in town?
Well, I don't know if he's in town. This guy lives in our own city, so he could move back there anytime. So, but he'd like to have it. Oh yeah, I had him on the front porch and playing organ music naturally. And one night I just happened to be standing out there with it. And his car drove up, and about 7 or 8 girls in the chorus class over there in high school come out, and they jumped out and they stand out here. And all at once they started singing along with him playing. They sung 2 or 3 Christmas carols.
How did you think of all this?
Well, like I say, I just more or less when I go to bed at night, I just happen to think about stuff like that and get up the next day and come out and start playing with it. And probably sometimes 7 or 8 days later, I got it done.
So you must like woodworking a lot.
I do.
Do you still do that?
Oh, not as much as I used to. I kind of got out of it.
Looks like you got a lot of the tools for it.
Well, that's what I say. I got the whole shop that I need. And that was one of the reasons that made the elves do what they do.